We're all good. We're all set. Okay. We're going to do 4 rounds of 3 movements. The first one is just going to be some leg swings, side to side. We're going to do 10 in each direction. So legs going to come up and off to the side, thinking about keeping our toes pointing forward the whole time. And if you want like a wall like you're already doing to support, you can. So let's do 10. It's 5 for me. There's 10 on that side, and then 10 on the other. All right. Now we're going to do 10 what's called a B stance Romanian deadlift. So I'm going to start with my my feet just under my hips, and then I'm just going to pop one foot behind me just a little bit. Nothing like a big split, but I'm just bending at the knee, and it's like a little kickstand. Then from there, I'm going to send my butt back, and my chest comes down, and I'm like, the nice thing about being on camera is I can check, am I in a nice position with my back? So I just want to make sure I'm not like this, keeping my chest up, butt back. I feel a big stretch in this front leg hamstring, and then I come up and squeeze my butt at the top. We're going to do 5 on each side. Just warming up our hamstrings a little bit. We'll be using them a good deal today. And then we're going to do 10 sumo squats. So, a sumo squat, I'm just going to bring my feet out wide. Like this is where I would normally squat. I'm coming a good distance outside of that, and then my toes are pointing like 45 degrees out. And then I'm just going to squat down as low as I can and lock out my knees at the top. And we're going to do 10 of those. All right, back to the lateral leg swings. 10 on each side. Looks great. Now 5 of those body weight B stance RDLs on each side. And then 10 sumo squats. Excellent. Back to the lateral leg swings. my first CrossFit class ever was just me and the coach. And then while I was finishing up, a bunch of like experienced people showed up for the next class and they just stood there watching me. And it, it was great, it felt great. I was super confident. All right, 5 of those B stance RDLs on each side. Then 10 sumo squats. All right, we're gonna do one more round. Starting with the leg swings, 10 per side. Thinking about keeping our toe pointing forward. And then 5 of the B stance RDLs per side. And then 10 sumo squats. All right. Okay. Today for strength, we're going to do 5 sets, and there's 3 movements. A Romanian deadlift with a regular stance, a sumo deadlift instead of a sumo squat, like we did in a warm-up, and then 12 split squats, which will be 6 per leg. So let's talk about all those movements. For the RDL, it's the same idea as those split squat RDLs, except I can bring that split foot back in. So, in other words, I'm gonna be sending my butt back and my chest comes down. You'll notice as I do this, I don't have my legs locked out. I don't want you to do that move. A little bit of a bend and then hinge at the hip. You'll see my knees don't really move forward or backward. They just kind of stay in place. So if you're holding weight, you can hold it however is comfortable. I like a dumbbell with a hand on each side. And then from here, coming down, you just want to go until you kind of feel the end of your range of motion. So I get here and I feel a big stretch in my hamstrings. So that's where I'm going to stand up and squeeze my butt at the top. The main thing is I don't want to continue beyond that point, because what happens there is I get to here, and then to gain any more distance, I have to just curl over with my back. So I unless you've got like very, very long, flexible hamstrings, maybe you don't feel that stretch, then think once your back is a tabletop, that's a pretty good place to stop.
How heavy?
Nothing like too crazy. I'm for 12 reps, I'm thinking like a moderate weight.
Okay.
I know that's still kind of vague, but then we will do 12 sumo deadlifts. So the idea here is, so if you've got something you can stand on its side, then you can start from the floor with each one. I'll show you both versions. If not, you can just start below your knees. So for the sumo deadlift, I'm gonna get in that sumo stance, so nice and wide. And I wanna think like, when I'm at the bottom of this position, I want my shins straight up and down. So if I were out like this would be a little too wide, and then this would be a little too narrow. So I just gotta kind of mess around, see what works the best for me. But what I'm shooting for here is I'm going to kind of sumo squat down to it, and then I'm going to stand up, lock my legs out, squeeze my butt, and then come back down. So if you want to, if you've got something that you can't grab, or excuse me, you can't balance on its side, then we're just starting somewhere below the knee, standing up, just like that. You could also hold 2 dumbbells if you wanted. And if you're watching on YouTube and you got one of the sandbags that we are selling, you could use that too. I might try that for the whole workout. Same idea. Then, third movement will be the standing split squat. So for that, now I'm just gonna kind of do an exaggerated, so when we did the B stance RDL, we just popped 1 foot behind us. Now we wanna do a nice big split because we need to make room to sink our back knee to the ground. So we're going down to the ground and then back up. We're gonna do 6 on one side, and then we'll switch and do 6 on the other, and then we'll rest. So for that, totally up to you. You can hold on to a weight. You can not. Both are totally fine options. But it'll be 12 RDLs, 12 sumo deadlifts, 12 standing split squats, and then we'll rest. And we'll do that 5 times. And I think we'll start with like a minute rest between sets. We'll see how it feels. Rest is always subject to change. Any questions? All right. I'm just gonna start this for fun. We'll start with 12 RDLs. Coming in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I'm going to count for myself, but if I don't match you, don't sweat it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, sumo deadlift. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and now our split squats, 6 per side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We'll rest till the clock says 2:35. All right, let's hop into set number 2. Starting with 12 RDLs. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right into those sumo deadlifts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right into those split squats. 6 per leg. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. We'll rest till 5:20 on the clock. Getting spicy. 2 down, 3 to go. All right, set number 3. Let's do it. Starting with the RDLs in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sumo deadlifts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and split squats, 6 per side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We'll rest till the clock says 8. 3 down, 2 to go. All right, set number 4. Starting with our 12 RDLs. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, squeeze my glutes at the top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sumo deadlift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the split squats, 6 per side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yowza. All right. We'll rest till 10:45 on the clock. One more set to go. Pretty good. Almost there. That's helpful. That changes everything, right? Okay. Last set. We made it. Starting with our 10 RDLs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sumo deadlift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the split squats. 6 per side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Nicely done. So today's workout, it's going to be 10 minutes long. There's going to be some rest built in. So how it will work, it's going to be an every minute on the minute type affair. So minute 1, 30 seconds of jumping rope or a jump rope variation. Then we rest for the remainder of the minute. Then minute 2, it's going to be 30 seconds of what's called a devil's press, which we'll go over before we start. And then we'll rest for 30 seconds. The spin on this is that every time we go back to the jump rope variation, we're going to add 5 seconds to each movement. So we'll do 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Then we'll go back to jumping rope and we'll do 35, 35, 40, 40, 45, 45, and 50 and 50. So work will get longer, rest will get a little bit shorter.
I'm gonna move outside.
Sure. If you're watching on YouTube, there's just one person in this class, and they are going to change locations. And I don't think that I can edit this part out, so we're just going to chill for a moment. Jen's got a jump rope, but just for the people watching on YouTube, I will talk about jump rope variations. So if you have a jump rope, you could do double unders or regular old single unders. We could also do jumping thigh taps. So the idea there is each time I jump, I just give my thighs a tap. So that's like very similar to jumping rope. You could also do lateral hops. You could do dot hops where we imagine there's a circle on the ground and we're just touching each corner, just like that. You could also do mountain climbers, burpees, really any like cardio-based, very dynamic movement. So lots of options there. I'm gonna start with the thigh taps myself. For the devil press, how that's gonna work is I'm going to have a weight. So depending on your object, as we come down to the ground, you could potentially have your hand on it or not. Depends on if that works for you. So I know my dumbbell is kind of dark, but it's right in front of me here. I'm going to put my hand on it and then hit the deck, kind of like a burpee. And then I'm gonna pop up off the ground. It's very similar to a burpee. But then a few things are gonna happen. The devil's press is kind of a combination of a burpee, a swing, and a snatch. So I'm going to grab the weight, pull it into the pocket, which just means I'm bringing my outer wrist as high into my inner thigh as I can. Then I'm standing all the way up and popping the weight overhead. So that portion at speed looks like that. So the whole movement, I'm hitting the deck, popping up into the pocket and overhead. And you can switch sides every rep, or if you want to do a few reps and then switch sides, that's all good too. Totally up to you. Let's try a few. I will too. It's been a while since I've done these. Looks great, Jen. Awesome. Sweet. So that'll be the fun part. That'll be the fun minute. So minute 1, 30 seconds of jumping rope or a variation. Minute 2, 30 seconds of devil's press. Each of those minutes we get 30 seconds of rest. Minute 3, we're gonna go back to the jump rope, but we're gonna go for 35 seconds. Then 35 seconds on the devil's press. So on and so forth, just for 10 minutes. So, ready to go? Awesome. All right, let's start in 10 seconds with 30 seconds of our jumping variation. We'll go in 3, 2, 1. Here, let's start. We're gonna restart. False start. All right, starting at 10. I've been there, I know that feeling. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 30 seconds. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right. Minute 1's the easy one. All right, 3, 2, 1, devil's press. Here we go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Not so bad, not so bad. All right, at 2 minutes, we're going back to jumping rope, but we're gonna go for 35 seconds. Three, 2, 1, here we go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 35 seconds of devil's press. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. All right. 40 seconds is coming up next. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. 40 seconds of our jumping movement. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo! All right, 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds. Devil's press. Nice job. Looks great. Three, 2, 1. Rest. 45 seconds. Coming up. All right, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Oh, that rest is feeling short. Nice job. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Okay. Devil's press coming in 8 seconds already. 45 seconds of it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're almost to the end. Nice job. Fifteen seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, one more round. 50 seconds. It's the big one. The moment we've been waiting for. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Whew. 20 seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. All right, devil's press coming in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last minute, let's get it. Twenty seconds. Three, 2, 1, rest. Woo! Nice job. All right, today's stretch. We'll do a Samson stretch, which we'll do a perched Samson stretch. So, seated on my feet and not up on my toes. Meaning like that. If you're like me, that might give you a stretch in your quads already. But then we're gonna interlock our fingers and we're gonna turn our palms overhead. We just used our shoulders a whole bunch, jumping rope, and doing those double presses in the burpee portion. We're just gonna hang out here and breathe for like 30 more seconds. Nice job. That's all I got.